strides up, and then down the hill slow song in figure 6.1. This is top of hill. The height of top of hill is 14 meter. Then this is starting and finishing point. Oh, starting and finishing point. Okay. The cyclist and her bicycle have a combat mass 90 kilograms. She pedals up and the top and then stop. She turns around and rides back to the bottom without pedaling or using her brakes. Okay. Calculate the potential energy, yeah, of the cyclist and her bicycle when she has reached the top of hill. Oh, so easy ya. Potential is potential apa we call it as potential gravitational energy is mgh ya. So PE means mass is between the cyclist and her bicycle is 90, yeah. And then gravitational acceleration is 10, we use 10, and h is 14. So PE means, oh, wait, I take calculator. 90 times 10 times 14. 12.600. 12 600 joules. Yes, that's it. Gravitational potential energy. Yeah. Then B, calculate the maximum speed she could have been she arrived back to the starting. Okay, this is actually all the kinetic energy is from the potential energy. You can say kinetic energy equals to potential energy. Yeah. Why? By a mechanical energy conserved. Yeah. Then potential energy in this point is zero. Kinetic in this point equals to zero. So it means potential energy on on the top of hill is equals to kinetic energy on the bottom. So kinetic energy is a half mv square. Yeah, equals to we use potential energy is 12,600. So a half mass is 90 times v square equals to 12,600. Okay. Then I calculate first. Ya, that's V langsung saja. Ini adalah 12.000 kita kali 2 dibagi 90. 280 kita root 16.73. This is around 16.73 ya, meter per second. That's it. Okay. When the total energy potential on the top of hill equals to kinetic energy on the bottom, ya, starting and finishing point. Okay, we continue to C question. Explain why her actual speed will be less than the calculated in B. Oh, uh, because they have frictional force. Yeah, yeah. The cyclists have frictional force by the air. Yeah. The cyclist and her cyclist, sorry, and her apa namanya cycle have high resistance. Yeah. So actually different. They have work done by all or yeah. They have work done by high resistance. That's it. Okay. Maybe if you take letter AS level or level, you will take mechanics ya, mechanics mathematics paper 4. Yeah, they apa you learn about mechanics 1. Yeah, yeah. He talking about air resistance and everything ya, like this. That's the one. Oke, kita lanjut lagi, continue to next question. Question 7. Oh, nuclear fission is used in nuclear power station to release thermal energy. Yes, correct. Describe how the thermal energy to generate electricity. Oh, this is from the nuclear fission, yeah. Nuclear fission. Yeah. They have alpha, beta, gamma, and heat energy, yeah. And how the thermal energy to generate electricity by yeah. How the thermal energy yeah generate electricity. Oh, electricity yeah, by medium something ya. By, by Kalista akan belajar ini ya, bagaimana how to turbine generate electricity by turbine ya. Nah, dia adalah change from mechanical energy to electricity ya. This is change mechanical energy ya, by rotation ya, ini dari rotasi to electricity. Uh, so maybe I will explain when you have go to power station with the water yeah, water plant yeah. They have rotational use the potential energy by water. Uh, in this power station, they have uh, use the heat energy or thermal energy by nuclear to boiling something or to pressing something ya yeah. Like seperti motor ya like motorcycle or car, there is some heat energy change into the piston and then piston push the apa namanya wheel ya yeah. Ya like this one, pokoknya dia dari heat energy. Kalau bapak tulis ya maybe uh, you can conclusion this one from nuclear, nah, change or they can heat energy. Yeah. Then from heat energy change to mechanical energy. And then mechanical energy by turbine, ya, turbine ini change to electricity. Ya, that's it. Seperti itu kurang lebih ya. Later in grade 12 you will learn about this one, about turbine. Ya, change from mechanical energy to electricity by the teorema or theory of Faraday law, hukum Faraday. Ya, kayaknya di kelas 9 ada itu, tapi cuma simple ya. Maybe you still remember about transformer, terus F equals to BIL ya, seingat mungkin ya. Oke deh, nanti kita bahas-bahas lagi. Sekarang describe two environmental problems that are due using nuclear power station. Oh, this is mungkin ini ya, nanti Kalista bisa bercerita ya. Yang pertama itu tentang this is danger ya, danger for human radiation, danger in radiation. We cannot see the object, but we can feel the effect of this object ya. Kita tidak bisa melihat objek ini, tapi bisa merasakan energinya sangat besar karena itu tidak terlihat oleh mata ya. Danger in radiation for human ya. Untuk manusia, hewan maupun tumbuhan ya, human, animal, and plant also. Then the second one is apa ya? To inform. This is cannot to stop it. Yeah, we can't to stop the radiation. Yeah, it can to stop the activity. Yeah, it cannot to stop the activity. Jadi kalau dia terjadi reaction fusion, dia akan terus tanpa bisa di stop ya. It cannot to stop the activity. Yeah. So if we effect to the others, effect to the environmental, it will be continue again. Yeah. So the effect, it will be continue. Yeah. Yeah, like this one. Maybe nanti Kalista bisa bercerita panjang tentang ini. Ini adalah semacam Oke, kalau gitu Bapak akan repeat again ya. I will repeat again ya. Number 8, figure 8.1 shows a beam beta particle and beam gamma rays entering the electric field between two opposite charge plate. Yeah. Okay, we have two particles here. Beam of beta particle and beam of gamma rays. Then they will passing on the electric field between two plates. On the upside is positive plate, on the bottom is negative plates. So the question is on figure 8.1, draw the path of the beta particle in the electric field between the charge plates. Okay, I repeat again. Beta particle is electron particle. Ya, beta particle is electron. Ya, ingat-ingat. Electron, they have notation as the E0 minus 1. So they have, ya, electron, they have negative sign or negative charge. Ya. Nah, when they want to passing this medium, ya, electric field medium, so in this medium they have positive and negative. Because electron is negative, so they will attract with positive sign. So the traffic or apa the trace, ya, jejaknya, trace-nya itu adalah seperti ini. They will go to the positive, ya, to the positive charge. Why? Because attraction on the different charge, ya. Uh, Coulomb's law, hukum Coulomb's, ya, yang F equals to KQ over R square. Ya, ya. This is the path of the beta particle. Then, we continue to the gamma ray. Yeah, on the question II. Yeah, on figure 8.1, draw the path of gamma rays in the electric field between the charge plate. Okay, gamma rays. Yeah, gamma ray is, yeah, this is electromagnetic wave. Yeah, electromagnetic wave. So they don't have any charge. Yeah, zero zero. Yeah. Okay, when we draw it, yeah, about gamma rays is uh, kita gambar tuh seperti ini gamma. Ya, this is zero and this is zero also. So they don't have any charge in this particle. So if we draw it, yeah, the path is continue linear, uh, yeah, uh, without any deflection. Tidak ada apa deflection, ya, tidak ada turn left or turn up or turn down. Ya. Okay, question I, yeah, explain why the taken by beta particle differs from the taken by gamma rays. Ya, because, ya, ini tadi, ya, beta rays is electron and they have charge. They have negative charge. Yeah. So it will be deflect to, it will be deflect to positive sign or positive charge, yeah, or plate. Then gamma ray, they don't have any charge. Yeah, gamma ray is electromagnetic wave. They don't have any charge. Yeah. So there is no deflection. Tidak ada pembelokan, ya. Oke, that's it. Okay, if you have any question, let me know.
Yep.
Yep, okay, continue B. A technician is handling a solid radioactive sample that emits alpha particle and beta particle. Okay. The technician wears thick rubber gloves. Okay. Explain why this might provide some protection for the radiation, but it's not sufficient protection. Oh, because some particle alpha or beta can apa namanya ya, bisa menembus ya. Gini-gini. Because yeah, uh, some alpha and beta particles yeah, can uh, ionizing yeah, ion ionizing yeah, beda ya. Hmm. Ionizing some material yeah, or yeah, still uh, alpha beta particle still can apa namanya menembus ya can apa namanya go inside maybe go inside of gloves ya. Because this is about ionizing ya. Maybe you already learned in theoretical about alpha, beta, and gamma about radiation. Yeah, alpha they have ionizing scale more than beta and gamma. Jadi alpha itu dia bisa mengionisasi ya daripada beta or gamma. Ya, and then gamma they can ya dia bisa menembus material itu lebih besar ya depends dibandingkan beta or alpha ya. Uh, ya, ya. I hope you understand about this ya. Kalau bapak mungkin tapi tulis aja dulu deh. Alpha, beta, gamma, behavior of alpha, beta, dan gamma. Kayaknya sudah pernah ini kan sebentar ya. Bapak ke atas dulu. About trace of beta and gamma. Oh, nggak ada ya di sini ya. Oh, di itu. Di yang multiple choice question. Oke deh, letter aja. Let me know if you want to continue again ya. Okay, continue ya. Yes?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, see question. This is calculation nih, hitung-hitung, menghitung. Okay. See, a radioactive nuclide has half-life 4 days. Yeah. A sample contains 9.6 10 power 8 atoms of nuclide. Calculate the number of atom nuclei uh, remaining 12 days. Yeah. Uh, I will use on the other account. You can pin it. Bapak akan menghitung. Kira-kira bisa kelihatan nggak ya kalau di sini? Kemarin kalau kita screen ini, misalkan gini ya. Bapak tulis dulu. Uh, the question. Yeah. The count rate from the sample is measured in laboratory where the background count rate is 16 counts per minute. Okay. A detector is placed at a fixed distance from the sample. The initial count rate, measured by detector is 160 count per minute. Yeah. Calculate the count rate measure after detector after 12. Okay. Half power 3. Uh, 1 over 8. So this same thing with okay. Uh, uh, to ensure the safety of workers in laboratories where radioactive sources are used, describe how radioactive material should be stored, harus disimpan dalam bagaimana dia. Dia ada silinder tube and use the moderator. Nah, ini to maintain the activity. Ya. Biasa namanya Geiger-Müller. Kalau nanti uh, belajar tentang ini, this is Geiger-Müller. Pencacah radioaktif, in bahasa itu pencacah radioaktif. Oke. Oke, nanti kalau nggak kelihatan lagi bilang aja Kalista. Nanti Bapak ngomong apa Kalista nggak ngerti. Oke, B. Complete the table below 3 types of emission from radioactive source. Okay. Oh, this electromagnetic radiation. This is gamma rays. Yeah. This gamma rays. And helium nucleus is alpha particle. Yeah. This alpha particles. And electron is beta particle. Beta particle. Okay, this is particle of radioactive. Yeah. Rings in air. Wow. Gamma rays is several kilometer ya. Alpha rays itu pendek dia. This is maybe alpha is several centimeter ya. Several centimeter or maybe in meter ya. Kecil apa sedikit ya, several centimeter or maybe millimeter, millimeter ya. Alpha. But beta particle more than lebih dari ini. This is several meter. several meter. Or let's say this is decimeter lah, makanya terlalu kecil ini. Or dm ya, decimeter. Alpha in decimeter or centimeter. Beta particle several meter. Beta particle, this is around wall ya, maybe wall. Tembok itu bisa ini, wall. And then gamma rays itu bisa menembus body kita ya, karena gamma rays itu dibutuhkan untuk salah satunya pengobatan ya, human body. Yes, yes. Okay, C question. Yeah. State the type of radiation emitted when. Okay. An americium nucleus decays into neptunium. Kita kurangin aja, misalkan ini adalah X ya. Oke. Di atas ini 241, ini 237. Kalau kita kurangkan ini jadi 4 di sini. Ini jadi 4 di sini. Ini 4 ya. Dari mana? Dari 241 minus 237. And then yang the below one, yang bawahnya 95 minus 93 itu adalah 2 ya. Berarti di sini adalah 2. So it means X is helium. Yeah, this is helium. Yeah, this is something with helium. Helium is alpha particle. Yeah. Helium nuclei. Or alpha particle. Then II phosphorus nucleus 3215 decays into silicon nucleus 3216. Okay, you can see here, like for example, this is X. Yeah, they have a 0 in up position.
Beta.
And then this is 15, this is 16. So negative 1. Yeah. Because kalau kita kurangkan 15 minus 16 equals to negative 1. This same thing with electron. Yeah. This is like electron. Yeah. 0 minus 1. Yeah. So this is electron particle. This is electron part. Bapak ulang lagi. An radioactive source is that tested over a number of hours, yeah, with a radiation data. The reading are on table 10.1, yeah. Okay, when time hours is 0, they have 324 count per second. When 1 hours, 96, 2 hours, and then blah blah blah, yeah. Okay, using the reading suggests a value of background count rate during the test and determine the half-life of the sample. Oke, ini kok panjang ya? Ini apa ini? Ini background concrete half-life sample. Reading successful. 324 setengahnya itu jadi berapa ya? 162. Ah, 9, wait ya, kita coba cari 9 bagi 2 atau apa. Waduh, kita harus cari yang nilainya setengahnya ini. 2020. 96 bagi 2, ya 9 bagi 2. Wah ya, 17 ya. Kok ini naik ya? Kok Bapak agak bingung? 32. Bapak bagi dia 324 divided by 2, 1,2 divided by 2, 81 divided by 2, 45 divided by 2. Oh, sorry. 324 divided by 20. Okay, 20.2. 20.25. Okay, I use this 21. And I use this, 324. This is as an initial, yeah, and this as the and after time. Okay, when we see this is actually how much time ya di have ya. Sebentar, 2 to 324 divided by 8. Divided by 16. Yeah, okay. Okay, I will continue to the next this next calculation. 21 divided by 324. This is around 1/16. Around 1/16. So it means, if I use nt, equals to no a half. Yes. this, 1/16 equals to a half of t. T is 4 hours. 4 hours. 4 hours divided by half-life. Divided by half-life. Divided by t. So, we can say 1/16 equals to ini kan equals to 1/2 oh sorry power 4 equals to a half power 4 over t. Okay, so it means the power is same. 4 equals to 4 divided 3. I use this using the text. Jadi 4 itu equals to 4 divided by t. So we have t equals to 1. So like 1 hour. 1 hour is a half-life. Oh, sorry. So it means background count rate is 234. This 234. Kembali Bapak 324 count rates count per second. And then half-life sample is 1 hour. Or maybe if in a second, this is something with 3,600 second. That's it. Oke, seperti itu Kalista ya. Mudah-mudahan you can understand about this one. Okay. This is actually like around it ya. Apa namanya kita sederhanakan ya. If this I divided by 16, this is around 21 ya. Around 21 ya. And maybe on the 5, 6, 7, this is something like error ya. You see this is 17 up again 21, 20, 19 up again 20, 18. So maybe we cannot use this data. We cannot use this data. Why? This is like randomly up. So maybe the detector is not pure taking the correct data. So I only use this area. Use this area. That's it. Okay, we continue again. Oh, still B question. Hydrogen tritium has 1 proton and 2 neutrons. The nuclear number tritium is 3. Decay by emitting beta. Complete the nuclide equation to solve this decay. The symbol X represents the nuclide produced by this decay. Oh, this is only kita lengkapin saja ini. Tritium is 3 ya. This is 3 on the upside. 3, and then here is 1. Yeah, sorry. This is 1. And beta is electron, yeah, 0, and here is 1, negative 1. Negative 1. And x, so x, yeah, this is 3 equals to 0 plus 3. Yeah, this is 3 also. And 1 equals to minus 1 plus 2. Yeah, here is 2. That's it. I don't know the particle is apa ini, particle apa ya. This is particle tritium also, but they have 2 protons. Yeah, they have 2 protons. Okay, that's it. Okay, if you're done, I will go to the next question.
Done.
Okay, continue. Oh, 11. A detector is ionizing radiation measure. The background content is in a classroom where there are no radioactive samples present. The readings in count per minute, yeah, take over the period. A period the time also table 11.1. Yes, table 11.1 is counts per minute 16, 12, 14, 16, 15, 17. Oh, state two possible source in this background radiation. Which one? Explain radiation. Uh, state two possible source of this background radiation. Take over a period of time or so. This is actually conrad per minute, ya. This is must go down, ya. Harusnya turun, ya. 16, 12, it's not correct. 16, 14, yes. 12, 14, 6. Oh, this is go up, ya. When we choose two, maybe this one, 16 and 12. Why? Yeah, because the graph of radiation, the graph of radiation is they goes down, ya. Dia dari start from ini dia terus ke bawah gitu. Nah, like this one. So this is not possible to up, ya. Gak mungkin dia naik, harusnya turun, ya. Or maybe 16 with 14, ya. But 16 with 16, 15 also, or 17, it's not apa, nggak sesuai, ya. Maybe 16 with 12, ya, or 16 with 15. Yeah, I choose maybe this one, yeah, 16 and 12, yeah. Yeah, 16 and 12. State two possible source of this background radiation. Explain why the readings are not the same. This is maybe the itu ya, alat detektor ya. Apa ya? Detector reading some apa ya? Inappropriate, sesuatu yang ini ya, Appropriate source ya. Or gimana ya? Karena gini, radioaktif, this is so hard to read ya. This is hard to read because we only see about the background, we only see about the trace, we cannot see the object ya. Karena velocity-nya sangat besar dan bendanya sangat kecil dan energinya besar, so detector is difficult to read ya, to read the radioactive decay. So we can say this is like sesuatu yang apa ya, aneh ya, inappropriate source ya, or others apa ya, material, or maybe there is some nuclide ya, give the impact ya. I repeat again ya. Jadi if we measure about radioactive, it in the difficult detector. Why? Because we have detect a material. Yeah. The material only can detect by the trace, by the background. Bisa apa namanya, dilihat dengan jejaknya saja, dengan bayangannya saja. Ya. Dan kemudian nuclide ini bisa juga they have any other nuclide ya. Uh, like we can see like in apa this like this reaction we have X, we have also beta from the fission of tritium. So we cannot see only one. Yeah. So it's so difficult. Yeah. It means yeah, it appropriate material or source, or there is some nuclide give the impact. Yeah. That's it. I think. Yeah. Okay. Now B question about half life. With no radioactive sample present, a scientist a background radiation cone of 4 counts per minute. He brings the radioactive sample, does the close the detector. The cone rate increased to 200 counts rate. Yeah. After 24 days, cone rates is 50 cone per minute. Calculate the half life of the radioactive samples. Oh. Mm, okay, we see about 15 and 20, 200 ya. This is like 200. Oh, Bapak pindah ke ini aja yang kertas ya. Okay, see this on the paper. Yes. Ah, with no radioactive sample present and this background radiation. Yeah, this is background radiation. Say this is 40 pound per minute. And then we have Conrad increases radioactive sample. close detector. This is NO 200 counts per minute, and then after 24 days they have 50 count per minute. Yeah, after 24 days. Okay. Calculate the half-life of radioactive sample. Hmm. We see this NT equals to NO half T over T. NT is 50 and this sorry, NO is 200 half after 24. What is the half-life is? So mm, we can cancel this one into 4, yeah. So we can put 4 in this position. This is something with a half 24 over T. Uh, so a fourth is over 2 square. Yeah. This is 1 over 2, 24 over T. So yeah, I back again 2 equals to 24 over T. So it means T is 24 divided by 2. Yeah. 12 hours. That's it. Uh, but I still confused about this one, yeah, background radiation. Why we don't use this here? Why we don't use this? But maybe I will check it again, Kalista, about ya sebelumnya juga ada yang tadi ya, yang itu Bapak masih agak ragu ya ini. Tapi sementara ini dulu ya. Tomorrow we will meet again ya. Kita besok ketemu lagi ya, Kalista ya. Nanti Sir akan cek ini tentang apa background radiation kaitannya dengan kok kenapa nggak dipakai ya seperti itu.
Oke.
Oke ya. Oke, we have still 5 minutes. We see. Oh, done. Yeah, maybe enough until this time until here ya. Kita cukupkan sampai di sini Kalista ya.
Oke.
Iya. Tomorrow we will meet again. Bisa. Ya, Kalista pengganti yang kemarin.
Ya.
Bisa ya?
Ya.
Oke. Nanti 4:30 Bapak akan on lagi. Oke. Sampai di situ